Hey everybody, it's 8:30 and welcome to Cocktails in the War Room. Actually, mocktails in the War Room tonight. We decided that it was going to be Unwind Wednesday, which means that tonight's the night of the week. We decided to give our livers a break. We try to do it once a week. Sometimes it's Mocktail Monday. Sometimes it is Temple Tuesday. Today it is Unwind Wednesday. So tonight, my beverage of choice is a strawberry lemonade. So cheers to you guys. It's hot as hell, and I needed something cool and refreshing to drink, and I garnished it with a fruit. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Scott. Hey, Jen. What's up, Will? Hey, Becky. Hey, Annie Ange. What's up, Worm? So today I put a picture up. What's up, Vinny? Today I put a picture up on Instagram. Hey, Grace. Because I spent a lot of time working on the t-shirts. Gomez! And I will give you guys that update very soon. But I also wanted to spend a little bit of time outside, literally taking some time to just smell the flowers. And I cut this and wanted you guys to see it. I thought maybe tonight I would put a flower behind my ear, but it's bigger than my head. And there's really no way to hold it. Seriously, look at the size. It's bigger than my face. And I love the color. But, oh my God, if you guys could smell this flower, it's like heaven. Oh, for some reason, these peonies are coming in so beautiful this year. Oh, they smell so good. You literally, like, I picked it and my whole house smells like this flower that I put up on Instagram. Oh, sometimes it's the little things. Sometimes you just gotta literally take time to smell the roses. And today was one of those days because of the big announcement last night. I know, Jim, it is a monster. The thing about these flowers is that they're absolutely beautiful. The colors are amazing. It's a peony, Paula. And peonies come in a bunch of different colors. I am by no means an expert on plants, but I have these in my yard because the color is pretty close. And they smell amazing. But they don't last very long. The blooms come out, and within a couple of days, they go away. And so when they bloom fully, I bring them in the house because they smell, oh, they smell so good. So I wanted to show it to you guys so you guys didn't think that it was like Photoshopped. Like, it is legit the size of my freaking face. Somebody screen grab this picture so I can see what it looks like to have a flower for a face. But, oh, smells so good. And it was just really nice to kind of be out in the yard. And I know it's like I just want to rub it all over me because it smells so good. And it's really hot. So it is beautifully enormous, Jen. 100%. Where did I get those? They're in my yard, Aileen. Like, I planted them years ago, and Stoney! And I have some really beautiful white ones that haven't bloomed yet, but for some reason these kind of purpley pink ones that I have, they bloomed and they just smell amazing. Okay, so big news today. People are starting to get their t-shirts. I already have gotten tweeted at with photos of you guys wearing your Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts. And I'm just letting you know that when you guys get these t-shirts in the mail, you need to send me pictures. I want to have pictures of all of you guys wearing the Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts. You know how sentimental I am, and spending all of this time together during a global pandemic. I want to have all the pictures of you guys wearing the t-shirts. Chris is wondering today's beverage, strawberry lemonade, because we're not drinking today. My liver is getting a break today. So I spent a significant part of my day at the post office. First of all, I want to thank my mom and my Auntie Ange, who were my t-shirt crew today, stuffing envelopes. Now, I was going to wait until you guys all got your t-shirts, but it's the cat's kind of out of the bag because some people have already received them. Remember when we put the t-shirts on sale and I said that if I had a way to be able to put some little AAF bonus things in the envelopes, that I would do that? Well, I did. So people are already taking pictures of them and tweeting them and putting them up on Instagram and stuff. So I'm not giving away secrets. But when you get your package with your t-shirt in it, I had a box of AAF bumper stickers, all different kinds. And I had my helmet stickers that I used to give away up at Laconia at Bike Week. And also my 8x10 pictures that I had printed for my trips overseas. And I found all of this stuff. So every single person that ordered a t-shirt is getting an assortment of stickers, AAF stickers of various kinds, and also an autographed thank you from me in all of your t-shirt packages. So that was just kind of my little extra thank you for you guys ordering the t-shirts, supporting me in my first non-WAF venture, and also supporting a great organization that is helping veterans during financial and food crisis. And so I wanted you guys to get some little extra thank yous in there. So my mom and my Auntie Ange came over today and stuffed the envelopes. We had a pile of envelopes, and then we had bumper stickers and the autograph picture, and then we got your t-shirt in there, and then we had to put the address label on it and seal the envelope up and then organize them in boxes. A lot of people are asking, how do I get these t-shirts? You can click right on the profile picture of this Facebook page. The artwork says Cocktails in the War Room. It's black and purple, and it's got a martini glass with a hand grenade in it. And we are selling these t-shirts only until Sunday. When it goes from 11:59 Sunday night to midnight Monday morning, the links are coming down and the t-shirts are gone. I am going to email T-Shirt Brian just after midnight with the final count of shirts. And that's going to be it for this run of t-shirts. I really wanted the crew that ordered them to kind of have something. The Cocktails in the War Room artwork on the front will remain, but what gets printed on the back is going to change as we transition to a non-pandemic world. And so that way, you guys that got them from the COVID-19 kind of shut-in era of Cocktails in the War Room, the OG crew, you guys will have the OG shirts. And so I really wanted to make them so that only you guys had them. So they're getting shut off Sunday night. So if you want them, don't lick anything weird. How did you get those envelopes sealed? Packing tape, Thomas. Legit. We sealed them with packing tape. No, I'm not licking all your damn envelopes. So if you click the profile picture of this Facebook page, in the description of the photo of the artwork is the explanation that they are made in the USA cotton, that they were designed in Massachusetts by my friend Christine at Latini Creative Solutions. My friend Brian up at Whirlwind Productions in Derry, New Hampshire, printed them for us. And we're sending them through the post office. And then all of the profits from these shirts, and I'll go over all of the information on the charity again, That's one of the other things that I need to do is once I get a final count of the t-shirts, I can start to estimate how much money we're going to be able to donate to the charity so that I can let them know. But all of the profits, once all of the expenses of the shirt are paid, all of the profits are going to benefit the Massachusetts Military Support Foundation and their Food for Vets program. Now, you can get all of the information that I'm about to give you on their website if you go to massmilitary-supportfoundation.org. But basically, what this Food for Vets program is doing is it is helping our most at-risk veterans, whether they be older or immunocompromised. But if they are in need of food assistance, then the Food for Vets program is helping them. So what they're doing is veterans are encouraged to go to the website, find a food distribution site that is closest to you and register, because the distribution sites are only open on certain days and at certain times. So you have to register ahead of time. And then once you get there, they will give you a pre-packaged box of food that is good for 2 people for 3 meals a day for 2 weeks. And that's going to be our way of helping. So all along the chain, the purchase of your t-shirt is helping, whether it be American manufacturing with the production of the actual cotton shirt, or the post office, or, design a small business in Massachusetts that designed them, a small business in New Hampshire that's printing them, and then a local organization that is helping to take care of our veterans. If you're looking for a food distribution site, they have one in Agawam, Baldwinville, Barnstable, Bridgewater, Brighton, Danvers, Devons, Fall River, Foxborough. That's the one at Gillette Stadium, by the way. Framingham, Haverhill, Methuen, North Adams, Randolph, Raynham, Sandwich, and Westport. And you can get all of the details on the distribution sites. If you would like to make a cash donation above and beyond the purchase of your t-shirt, you can do it straight through their website, massmilitary-supportfoundation.org. I'm sure you could volunteer or just get more information and maybe pass this information along to a veteran that might be in need of some food assistance. So that is the t-shirt info. So if you're new to the War Room or you weren't really sure what was going on with the t-shirts, click the profile picture from this page. Every size shirt is a different link. I know it's a little bit confusing, but hundreds of you guys have figured it out. You can buy one shirt at a time per transaction through PayPal. You just got to click the link for the size shirt that you want. If you have a PayPal account, you can pay that way. Otherwise, we can process your credit card. It was the easiest and fastest way for me to put these shirts on sale and to be able to make a difference with the charity by getting the money to them as quick as possible. In the future, once my website gets built and we want to do these kind of charitable endeavors in the future, it's going to be easier. I'm building my website to have that capability, but these things take time, especially during a friggin' global pandemic. So for everybody that got your shirts already, wear them and take pictures in them. Tweet them at me, at Mistress Carrie on Twitter. Tag me on Instagram. Mistress Carrie WAF is my handle on Instagram. But I will tell you, my mom and my Auntie Ange came over today and packed hundreds of envelopes. I spent so much money and so much time at the post office. I haven't spent that much time at the post office in a really long time. And the postal workers have been amazing. They've been processing these shirts really quickly. Hundreds of them got mailed out today. If I can pull it off, every shirt that got ordered in the first order will be out tomorrow. So you will have them by the weekend, because I really wanted you guys to have them so you could show them off. And then if somebody saw them and was like, hey, I want one of those, they'll have till Sunday night to order them. Hold on. Tony asked the question, will Bigfoot First Production still be around? Tony, that's my company. And everything I do moving forward is going to involve my company. So yeah, my company's not going anywhere. What is the total as of today? Well, here's the thing. I don't know, because I have not looked all day today, because I was at the post office most of the day. And if I wasn't at the post office, I was driving to the post office, or I was packing up boxes out of the car into the post office. I was there for hours today. And I feel really bad for anybody that got stuck behind me at the post office because I walked in with those giant mail bins just full of the envelopes for the t-shirts. But we really wanted to get them shipped out as quick as we could. So the original weekend, which was last weekend that we put the t-shirts up for sale, the people that ordered that weekend, you guys are going to get your shirts hopefully by Friday, the latest. Every shirt that's been ordered since then, that order is going into Brian this coming Sunday, and those shirts are all going out in the second wave. So that's what I talk about when I'm like the first wave or the second wave. The first wave was 414 or however many we did. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the money organized. And so I had to pay Brian for the t-shirts out of the first wave money. And so I've kept the second wave money separate so that, I'm just trying to keep all the accounting really, really good. I can tell you, though, that the startup costs, so I'm talking about getting the rights to fonts and, buying all of the envelopes and the mailing labels and all of that. Those upfront costs, they're paid for the run of the shirts now. So we're at a point now where each shirt is generating more money for the charity than the first round of shirts. So we're doing really well. It's going to be thousands of dollars to the charity. I just don't know exactly how much yet because the way that I'm shipping them, so just so you guys understand kind of why it's taking so long. So the post office has flat rate shipping envelopes. Hold on, I'm starting to sweat. Hold on. Okay. So the post office I've learned a lot about the post office, by the way. I could almost have a fucking job there by now. The post office has flat rate envelopes that ship anywhere in the US with as much crap as you can cram in them for $7.75, which is great. But number one, I wanted to try and ship them cheaper than that. And number two, they'll really only kind of fit one t-shirt in that envelope, maybe two at the most. So I opted to go a separate route, which is to parcel ship them. So when you guys get your t-shirts, the price of the postage of your shirt will be printed. So they weigh every package and then put your zip code in on where it's going. The more it weighs or the further it has to travel, the more it goes up. So some of them are just under $5 to ship them. Some of them are like $5.30. Some of them, if it's a triple extra large shirt that's going to Hawaii, it could cost more than that. So every single envelope has to be priced separately because you could send two different envelopes to the same address. And if one of them's a small shirt and one of them's a triple extra large, they're not going to weigh the same. So literally every envelope is a different price. But the reason why I put this effort in is that it's saving us over $2 per envelope in postage. So while I'm losing hours out of my day making small talk about my garden to the people at the post office, it's saving over $2 for every shirt you guys buy that's going to go to the charity. So Mariah says, mine was shipped for $4.60, much better deal than the flat rate. Good choice. So it takes a little bit longer, but I just felt like it was a more economical way to do it. And if it ends up, generating an extra $1,000 to the charity or something, well, then it was totally worth it. And I'm making a lot of new friends at the post office and a few enemies for the people that get stuck behind me at the counter. I really apologize to them. I just couldn't find a cheaper way to ship them for $5 or average $5-ish dollars. We can pretty much send them anywhere in the United States. So if you're hanging out with us from Hawaii, your shirt might take a little bit longer. Okay, somebody just asked a really good question. Terry wants to know, can you ship two to the same address in the same bag? Yes. It'll be one less envelope, but it's going to weigh more. So that's factored in. So what I tried to do is if I noticed that you guys ordered more than one shirt, because every shirt is a different transaction, I tried to pair them up. So if you ordered more than one shirt, most likely they're coming in the same envelope. I'm sure that there were some, the night they went on sale, when people were rapid fire buying, you could have bought one, and then in the process of going through the second transaction, 20 people bought a shirt, and they are listed in chronological order of when they got bought. So it's been like an exercise in playing that memory game and really trying to pair things up, and I'm trying really hard not to fuck it up, guys. I'm trying really hard to cut down on costs. I'm trying really hard to be organized. I really want you guys to get your shirts as soon as possible. So we stuffed a ton of envelopes today, and we're going to stuff a bunch more tomorrow. And I am planning on spending copious amounts of time at the post office again tomorrow. And whatever I can't get done, I will get done on Friday. So they will all be in the mail by Friday, guaranteed. And then once we shut the ordering system down on Sunday night, I will put in the order right away to Brian. And then when he gets them printed, then we already have a really good packing mechanism. We could almost run a t-shirt distribution business out of my dining room now, because we're working. We're into it. My mom and my godmother, I made them meatballs in my homemade sauce. And we were having meatball grinders, and we got it done. So I'm super excited for you guys to get them. So yeah, you know what? You know what sucks? I'll show you guys because it's kind of disgusting. So when I started digging through all of my archives, I have all these Rubbermaid tubs packed away in my basement, all of the stuff that came out of my office at WAAF, and just, you guys know by now, I save everything. And I knew that I had a big Rubbermaid tub just filled with bumper stickers that I had kept over the years. And I was like, I wonder if I have enough old AAF bumper stickers to be able to surprise these guys and throw a couple of them in there so they get a little memento of WAAF with every t-shirt. So I went digging through my basement, and I had to move this big piece of like sheet metal, like almost like air conditioning ductwork. And I don't know if you guys can see that cut on my thumb. See it? Oh, it sliced my thumb good. So somebody asked about paper cuts. That thing, I've been folding down the little T on those envelopes, the little metal thing, and my thumb is friggin' killing me. It hurts so friggin' bad. Oh. Provolone or mozzarella on your meatball grinder. I guess whatever you got. I did put aged Parmesan in them, but I love provolone on there. But mozzarella, I like the stringiness of it. Either one, I'm fine with it. I'll even put American cheese on my meatballs if I need to. Yeah. Just, it friggin' hurts. Like, it's really deep, and every time like I cut something that's got acid in it, or it just stings. Oh, Mariah says it was such a nice surprise. It was like Christmas morning. Didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm psyched that you guys are happy that A, that you're getting your shirts, and B, that you like the little extra surprises that I put in there. So I'm glad. I'm happy that you guys are happy. I really wanted all of us to, get everything out of this whole t-shirt experience that we were hoping, that we made a good donation to the charity, that you guys liked the design, that they got out quick. I was so excited that Brian printed them so fast, and I wanted to not hold the process up. So we're killing it. Monica wants to know if I make my own cheese. I don't, but I'm not opposed to it. I just need a little bit more time. And I've been kind of busy starting a business, designing t-shirts, making friends at the post office, launching my new podcast. I got a lot of shit going on. I don't have time to make cheese yet. I barely had time to stop and smell the flowers, but I did today. Oh my God, they smell so good. So for anybody that is here in the war room tonight, that was not here last night, did you guys miss the announcement about the podcast? Please tell me you didn't miss the announcement about the podcast. I'm super excited about the podcast. It is called the Mistress Carrie Podcast. There are links all over my Facebook page. It is available everywhere that you're going to want it to be available, wherever you listen to podcasts. Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, Deezer, Overcast, soon to be coming to Pandora, iHeart, and radio.com as well. So it is out there and it's going to be everywhere. Everybody keeps asking when the first episode is going to drop. I don't know yet. I'm working it out. Give me some friggin' time, people, okay? I got a lot going on right now with the t-shirts and the post office and this cut on my thumb that I will put Neosporin on as soon as we get done. It actually feels really good holding it on to like the cold glass, but... So, for anybody that has not heard all the details about the podcast, there's a trailer up there right now that's kind of a little taste of what you can expect in the show. And on TuneIn as well. Thank you, Dave, for the reminder. It's also available on TuneIn. So you guys can subscribe and you can check out the trailer. And if you missed the story about the music, I'll tell you the story again because I'm super proud of it. And I am just so excited that Sully from Godsmack wanted to help me out in the way that he did, in a very sentimental and creative way. If you listen to the trailer for the podcast, the music that is on there is now my new theme song and my new intro song. Sully wrote it and recorded it as a gift for me. It's called War Drums, and it is the tempo of 107.3 beats a minute, which I just think is amazing. And it was a little kind of inside joke for me, and I just thought it was awesome. So that's going to be the new theme song for the podcast, and that gives you a little bit of a flavor as to what the podcast is going to be. Also today up on Spotify, I spent a lot of time listening to music today, either waiting in line at the post office or packing envelopes or outside cutting flowers. And one of the things I miss about having a radio show was kind of being able to introduce you guys to some new music. So I put together a playlist of 20 songs that you may or may not have heard yet from bands that you either know really well, or maybe some new up-and-coming bands that you may not have heard of before. And there is a Spotify playlist that I just put up about an hour and a half ago on this Facebook page to give you guys some new music to listen to. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that stuff too, because I really want to keep you guys informed as to what's going on with music, and let you know what new bands are out there, and keep you in touch with the bands that you already love too. So there's a lot going on. So subscribe to the podcast. And Marcy says, is Shu the first guest? I don't know yet. I'm working on some things. There are a lot of moving parts right now. Will says, I subscribed on Apple and gave you 5 stars. You rock. Eric says, saw the list. So, everybody asked if the podcast can have music on it, which it can't, because podcasts are downloadable. That's why you don't really hear music on people's podcasts at all. So what I've decided to do is every week that a new podcast episode comes out, you guys are going to get a corresponding playlist. So if I'm interviewing whatever artist, and we're talking about their new song or some of their old music or some of the music that inspired them, to make it easier for you guys to hear the music that we're talking about, every podcast episode is going to have a corresponding playlist, so that you guys will know, okay, not only am I getting a podcast episode with interviews with all of these people, but then you're probably going to get another hour plus of awesome music to go along with it as the soundtrack for the podcast. So pretty excited about that as well. So thank you, Lisa, for the 5-star review. I appreciate that. Those reviews actually go a long way. I know that when you listen to other podcasts and they're like, leave a review or do this, like, I feel bad asking for that stuff, but what happens is the more people that subscribe and the more good reviews you get on the podcast, it shows up in the algorithms a lot more, and that's how it grows. So if you guys are going to listen to it, subscribe and give it a good review, and that totally helps me. So I appreciate all the support. You guys rock. Don't forget, on Friday, the Dropkick Murphys are streaming out of Fenway, and that's going to be at 6 o'clock. So don't forget that that's happening on Friday. And you're going to be able to watch it simultaneously on literally all of their social media channels. So it's going to be live on Facebook. It's going to be live on YouTube. The guys put up a picture of what the infield of Fenway looks like with the Dropkick Murphys logo like mowed into the grass, which looks awesome. So don't forget that's happening. Set a reminder on your phone that you don't want to miss the Dropkicks on Friday night. It's streaming out of Fenway. Speaking of stuff to watch, I have not watched it yet, but I might dive into it later on tonight. There is a new Epstein docuseries on Netflix. Oh, I heard it's so dirty, and I kind of want to watch it. But then I kind of don't want to feel like crap after I watch it either. So I want to watch that for sure. Did you guys see the story about the 103-year-old lady that kicked COVID's ass from Massachusetts and then chugged a Bud Light? Did you see that lady on the news? So remember, there's a bug that just flew. Remember I told you guys like a week and a half ago that I called a friend of mine named Dave, who has been helping me trying to upgrade the production of Cocktails in the War Room. And I'm hoping within the next few days, we're going to be able to get all of this technology to work right so that the War Room, the next time I'm live, which I'm hoping is going to be in the next few days, you guys will see the changes. That's Dave's grandmother. That's my friend Dave's grandmother that was on all of the news today. The 103-year-old lady that beat the coronavirus and got her picture taken with the Bud Light in her hospital bed. That's Dave's grandmother. She's freaking badass. She's 103, kicked coronavirus's ass and was like, yo, Bud Light, let's do this. And they gave it to her. Yeah, and it's my friend Dave's grandmother. I love Thomas. Dave's not here, man. Yeah, it's my friend Dave's grandmother. So it just goes to show you how badass some of my friends are because they come from badass motherfucking genes. But Dave has been incredibly gracious with his time helping me with some of the technology and the technical issues that I have had in trying to up the production value of the War Room. And just to put some plugs in, if you guys are looking for some, kind of local fun bar bands, he's got a project called the Yacht Club Rejects that you can look up on Facebook, and they do live streamed concerts. And then he's also the guitar player in my friend's band Never in Vegas. And those guys I've known for years, and they are a blast when you go to see them live. They are one of those party bands that makes or breaks a night out with your friends. If they're there, then your night is made. And so Dave is a total badass. And so if you guys are looking to support some local musicians, those bands, the Yacht Club Rejects and also Never in Vegas, have been doing a lot of stuff up online. And Dave's grandmother is a freaking badass. She is my spirit animal, chugging a beer after kicking the corona's ass. Friggin' awesome. Yeah, Dave is like super tech guy, but he's a badass guitar player. And he has been unbelievably helpful when it comes to answering all of my inane. I used to just be a DJ and had really smart engineers to solve problems when things broke. And I don't have that anymore. So I kind of got to figure out how all this shit works on my own. And so that's why I have friends like Dave that I can call and go, I plugged it in, I turned it off, and then I turned it back on again, and it's still not working. What do I do? And he's one of those people that actually answers the phone. So I've been very lucky to have a lot of those friends, and Dave's grandma needs to be on your podcast. Oh my God, Wendy, that would be amazing. Can you imagine the stories? I'm going to ask him. I mean, the woman just fucking battled coronavirus, so she probably doesn't want to sit down with me. But literally, can you imagine the stories that woman could tell at 103 years old? Yeah, Dave's grandmother rocks. Exactly. That would be awesome. So if you are down on the Cape, big announcement. I guess American bald eagles are thriving in the Commonwealth. They found eggs in a nest on the Cape for the first time in over 100 years, which is pretty cool. That, you know, you don't get to see them all that often. I remember one day I was driving into the radio station and two of them were like flying like 20 feet above the highway. And I almost crashed because I was like, are those bald eagles? That's crazy. And now they're more and more prevalent around the state, which is pretty awesome. I'm just going to put this plea out there. President Trump has threatened to shut down social media because Twitter has started fact-checking tweets finally. And if you're lying on Twitter and they catch you, they put a link on there that goes to the actual facts of whatever it is that you're talking about, so that if you're telling fibs on Twitter that they think might be dangerous, then they are putting up links to make it a little bit easier for you to actually find the facts. And they put a couple of those links on a couple of the president's tweets, and now he's threatening to shut down social media, which I really hope he doesn't do, because now that I don't have a radio show, I kind of need all of this stuff to have a job. So let's keep Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all those ridiculous videos and just all of that stuff. Let's just keep all of that where it's at. Thank you very much. I need to be able to figure out how I'm going to have a job. Is today your birthday? First of all, I was so excited about announcing the podcast yesterday that I neglected to celebrate Stevie Nicks and Lenny Kravitz's birthday yesterday. So can we please get a cheers for one of my female rock icons, Stevie Nicks, and also Lenny Kravitz, who is just a freaking badass. Cheers to them. And cheers to you if your birthday was yesterday. I apologize for skipping over it. I was just so excited about announcing the podcast that I totally forgot about the birthday. So cheers if yesterday was your birthday. If today is your birthday, you share it with Sean Kinney from Alice in Chains, and Lisa Left Eye Lopez was born on this date as well. So happy birthday to you if today is your birthday. The strawberry lemonade is really good. It's actually made with real lemons. All I can think about is the Addams Family movie. Is it made with real lemons? Would you like to buy some of my Girl Scout cookies? Are they made with real Girl Scouts? But it's so good. It's strawberry lemonade, but it's homemade. Good stuff. Oh my God, I have to tell you the story. So my aunt comes over today to help me pack up t-shirts. And she's getting ready to go later on this afternoon. And I was getting ready to go to the post office with the afternoon shipment of your t-shirts. And she goes, can you do me a favor? And I was like, yeah, sure. Whatever you want. She's like, I'd really like to try Fernandez's sangria. You know, that stuff you're always talking about in the war room. So I totally sent her home with some of the sangria because I was like, you're not allowed to drink it here and then drive home. So you need to take it home and be responsible, and please be careful because it packs a wallop. And she took it home. And I made sure to give her some of the fruit that I was always munching on too. So tomorrow, when she comes back to help me finish up wave 1 of your t-shirt orders, I can't wait to hear how she handled Fernandez's sangria. Yeah. Crazy! Have you watched the new Addams Family movie, the new animated one? No, I have not. But Wednesday, my pug follows Wednesday Addams on Instagram, because how could she not? Oh my God, I just said her name and she just came in here. Hello, beautiful girl. Did you see Mummy's flower? Okay. Also, the giant basket holds all of her toys. I might have to show it to you guys because it's literally ridiculous how many toys this dog has. Doesn't that smell good? She's smelling my giant peony right now. Do you want to come smell it? Come here. Come smell the flower. I have to bribe her to get up on the couch, so I stuck the flower in the cushions. Here she comes. Smell the flower, Wednesday. It's okay. Do you want to smell? No? It smells so good. What's she doing back there? Say hi, Wednesday. Speaking of Wednesday, Wednesday, do I have a new toy for you? Yes, I do. So because I spent so much time at the post office today, even though I emptied the post office box yesterday, I emptied it again today because I was there. And I got the sweetest letter from some kids. It says, Dear Carrie, let me see. I got Wednesday and you something. So I got to say hi to Sherry, Elsa, and Connor, who drew me little pictures of flowers and stuff. And underneath it says, wash your damn hands and don't lick everything weird. It's so cute. So they sent me two things. They sent me Wonder Woman for Wednesday, which I can't even handle because this dog is so friggin' spoiled. And they also made me this sticker, which says, notice, welcome to the war room. How cool is that? So thank you guys so much. That is awesome. Sherry, Elsa, and Connor, you guys rock. I will give Wednesday her... Do you want Wonder Woman? Come here. Come here and say hi to everybody for a minute. Say, thank you for all of the toys. I'm totally spoiled. And thank you for my basket to keep all of my toys in. She's been very warm today. She spent a lot of time laying in the sun and laying in the grass, so she's a little sleepy. But do you want Wonder Woman? Ooh. She likes to boop a lot. She lets me boop her nose. Sit. Boop. Boop. Oh, bite her in the face. In the face. There she goes. She loves every single toy that you guys send to her. She plays with it. Actually, when we get done in here, I will take a picture of her new toy basket and I will put it up on her Instagram so that you guys can see how insane all of her toys are. Her Instagram is Wednesday the Goth Pug on Instagram. I know it's backwards, Joe. I'm working on it. What are you doing? Do you want... Do you want to go fetch it? Go get it. She runs and then she gets stuck on the hardwood floor and goes sliding by it like she's in risky business. Is she wearing her bling? No, not yet, Melissa, but I have it. Getting her to take her collar off is like a thing. It's like I think she thinks that her collar is like her jewels and she doesn't like taking it off. But I try to take it off, and I need to take it off to put her bling on, but I will put it on there, and I will show you tomorrow night. Right? Do you like smelling the flower? I mean, seriously, look at this freaking thing. It's huge. Oh, it's so good. So thank you guys for the awesome Wonder Woman and the sticker. I really, the Wonder Woman ain't gonna last, Keith says. Nice Battle of the Bands t-shirt. Okay, thank you for reminding me. So I wanted to show you guys this shirt, okay? This was my freshman year of high school. This was the Battle of the Bands at high school of all of the bands of the people that I went to high school with. And they sold these shirts and they were all black, but they were either yellow ink or they were white ink. And I got the yellow inked one. And it just goes to show you how far screen printing and t-shirt printing has come. Because look at the shirts that you guys are getting in the mail now, and then look at this badass thing. But I still love it, and it's legitimately one of the first concert shirts I ever owned, and I still have it, and I love it, and it still fits. So I wanted to, 1986, Melissa, it says it right there, 1986. Teacher's pet. Exactly, Scott. You know what I'm talking about. Brian did not make these shirts. I didn't know Brian at the time. Hi. This heat makes her very weird. She's so lovey. She follows me around and she just wants to chill with me. And she's super snuggly and like she wants to like lay in the grass and right? Aren't you being a good girl? Don't eat the buttons on my shorts. Here, show everybody how you be the baby. Did I show you guys this before? Look at this. This is how she when you say be the baby, this is what she does. Be the baby, Wednesday. You want to be the baby? You want me to rub your belly? Huh? You want to be the baby? Okay. 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 Sometimes she falls asleep like that. And then you have to hold her like she's an actual baby. And she's just like this. With her giant pug tongue sticking out of her face. Cassandra says I was born the year after. Fallon says my mom graduated in 86. You guys are killing me. We had some good times in the 80s, man. If you missed out on those times in the 80s, you missed out on some good shit. All my 80s babies know what I'm talking about. Nobody was afraid of nothing back then. I was 4 in 1986. In 1986, I was 5, says Elsa. All y'all telling us when you were born can eat a bag of dicks. Well played, Amy. Well played. So producer Mike, oh my God. Producer Mike, the guy that was in Afghanistan with me, that was there for the whole blueberry cobbler fiasco. So producer Mike went on the Bag of Dicks website and ordered a dick glitter bomb for somebody. So you can send a friggin' card that's full of glitter shaped like dicks. And when you open it, it explodes all over the place. And he sent it to somebody and said it's amazing. And he's like, I wouldn't have even known if you weren't talking about it in the war room. Yeah, Mickey, exactly. Back in the 80s, there were no video cameras. You got away with all kinds of shit because nobody could prove it. There was no video. Nobody was live tweeting. There were no screen grabs. There were no Snapchats. You just did weird ass shit and got away with it. The whole Eddie Murphy defense, like, it wasn't me. But baby, I saw you. It wasn't me. But I saw it. It wasn't me. Well, maybe it wasn't you. Like, totally. That's what happened back in the day. Oh, I'm sorry to be slurping the lemonade, but it's so goddamn hot. That lemonade is so good. Jay says high school in the 80s means childhood in the 70s. Hell yeah. They had really badass cars back then. Not much else. They didn't have tempered glass. We didn't wear seatbelts or helmets. We're all lucky to fucking be alive. And we probably all have brain damage, which is why we're all hanging out in the war room right now. So there you go. So much fun and zero evidence, says Melissa. Exactly. Shenanigans courtesy of Mistress Carrie. Exactly. So that's the shirt. I thought it would be really cool to show you guys. I also think it's hilarious that tonight is number 75. 75 nights in a row that we have gotten together here in the War Room at 8:30, and I have not worn the same t-shirts twice. That's insane. And I still have more concert shirts to go. And I haven't worn the same one twice. Obviously, one of the lessons I've learned through the coronavirus era is I have way too many t-shirts, but I'm not getting rid of any of them. So there you go. Hold on. Oh, so good. My brain, my damage. You can keep it, Monica. It's all good. Keep your brain damage. Everybody's parents smoked in the 70s. Dude, I used to ride my bike to the store with $2 for my mother to buy her cigarettes. And with the change, I got to buy candy. She would send me to the store by myself to buy her cigarettes. And then I would go to the store, and with the change, I would buy candy cigarettes so that I could ride home and smoke with my mother. She'd probably get put in jail now if she did that. They obviously wouldn't sell me the butts, but they did back then. They were like, oh, you're here to get cigarettes for your mother. And you rode your bike there. And then you put the cigarettes in the little bag with the candy in your little basket with your little bell and rode home. When will this show end? And will this show end when the podcast starts? Okay, so let me answer this question, Jim. Cocktails in the War Room is not going to end. It is going to change eventually, probably sometime soon. I'm still trying to figure out the exact transition for Cocktails in the War Room. But as I've said before, it's going to be impossible for me to be home in the War Room every night at 8:30. So my goal is that there is a podcast episode every week, and there is a Cocktails in the War Room episode every week. And that way, I'll be able to have guests in the War Room sometimes, and then be able to put that audio up on as a podcast sometimes. Or if I can convince somebody to record a podcast and then hang out in the War Room with me after. So Cocktails in the War Room is not going away. You can just you guys have made this something that I refuse to give up on. We just can't do it every day, eventually. But I'm not willing to get rid of it because I love this community that we've built. And part of the reason behind the podcast and behind Cocktails in the War Room is to continue this community that we all built together through a common love of rock music and, you know, all the other crazy ass shit that we all have in common. But the common thread of all of it is the music we love. And so I'm not going to let that all go away now because we don't have a radio station centered around it anymore. We've got the War Room. We have my podcast now. So the Cocktails in the War Room is going to continue, but I'm really trying to work with Dave to really make it look better. I want to be able to have guests either remotely or hanging out in the War Room with me. I want it to look better so you guys can watch it on your smart TVs and have the video be a lot better. I have a lot of plans for it. So the transition is going to be around the same time, but it is not because of one or the other. I don't know when the first podcast episode is going to drop. That's why you got to subscribe so that as soon as I put it up there, you guys will get a notification that it's there and you don't miss anything. But as far as the War Room goes, you guys are stuck with me, man. I'm here and I ain't going anywhere and we're all going to be able to hang out. I really feel like this is an incredibly powerful community that can move mountains if we want to. And from time to time, I'm going to ask you guys to help me move a mountain. And other times, it's just going to be a place for us to just hang out together, talk about what's going on. I'll be able to talk to you guys about what's coming up on the podcast. I'll be able to talk to you guys about shows that are getting announced. All of the things you used to listen to my radio show for, you're going to get all of that stuff again. Obviously, the last few months, the coronavirus has been what has taken up all of our time. And with all of the concerts and everything closed and shut down, there really hasn't been much else for us to talk about. But once we put our lives back together, once bands start touring again, there's going to be a ton of stuff for us to talk about. There's going to be a ton of different events. I'm going to be out doing a lot of stuff. There are going to be, sponsors that are going to be involved with everything I do, because how else am I going to be gainfully employed if I don't do that? So there are going to be ways for me to meet up with you guys and let you guys know where I'm going to be. Why did I pick 8:30? Michael wants to know. I picked 8:30 because I was like, I should probably let these guys know that I'm okay back on March 14th. And it was like 8:15 when I kind of made the decision, and I was like, all right, I should probably give them a heads up. So I was like, all right, I'll go live in 15 minutes and put up a thing that was like, hey, join me in 15 minutes. It was completely kind of random, but I also kind of thought that by then maybe you would have had the kids in bed and you'd be unwinding from a stressful day of a house full of homeschooling and working from home. And I thought at that point you might actually be able to sit down and put your feet up and hang out with me for a little while. But it kind of all happened as an accident, which is why I love the War Room so much, because it's just a happy accident. If you had told me on March 14th that 75 days later, we would have sold hundreds of t-shirts, raised thousands of dollars for an amazing veterans charity, and we'd still be fucking hanging out every night at 8:30, I would have been like, no way. And yet here we are. So, it's really not that good of a story, Michael. Like, it just kind of is an accident. I love therapists, Zoom and Duo. Yeah, I mean, it just is kind of like it just kind of happened. Best accident ever, Brianna. I totally agree. My mother told me I was a happy accident, says William. Oh, I'm sure you were. You really fell ass backwards into something good, says Mariah. I guess so. It was your fucking destiny, says Jim. Yeah, I mean, like right now, like, you know, you guys can see the number of people that are watching this at any given time, but there's a ton of people that can't be live with us in the War Room that watch these videos while they're having coffee in the morning, or they play the videos while they're driving and they just listen to the audio, or they listen to them at lunch the next day. So while it might only look like a few hundred people at any given time, there's thousands of people in the War Room. They just might not be here live with us, but they're involved. And I hear from people like that all the time, that they're, you know, they're like, you know, I was tucking the kids in, or I got home from work late and I missed the War Room, so I just watched it the next day while I was having coffee or eating breakfast, or, you know, they just play it and listen in the background. So kind of like a podcast, but I know, Keith, there were a bunch of people that were watching last night, which was awesome because I wanted everybody to know what was going on with the podcast. So pretty excited about everything that's going on. I want to give you guys an alcohol-free drink recipe tonight because it does seem kind of stupid to give you guys an alcoholic drink recipe on a night where we are supposed to be welcoming all of those people that are in recovery and also resting our own livers. So let's see. Where is that chapter on whiskey, liquors, wine? I know that there's a whole thing on non-alcoholic drinks in here. I just have to find it. I don't know where the hell it is. Ooh, there's a drink called a Limp Dick. We'll do that tomorrow. Non-alcoholic cocktails. Here we go. All right. Okay. So tonight, our mocktail drink recipe is called a Coconut Groove. And it is 3 ounces of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of coconut cream, 2 ounces of fresh grapefruit juice, and a thin grapefruit wedge as a garnish. And it says, blend the ingredients with crushed ice, which you know is my favorite, pour into a colada glass, and add the thin grapefruit wedge on the rim and serve. And that is called a Coconut Groove, and it is non-alcoholic. So there you go. There's your drink recipe for the night. All right, guys, I'm sweating. I need to get the hell out of here. And I'm probably going to go Netflix and chill with Wednesday, although more Netflixing and less chilling. But I will meet you guys back here tomorrow night. I am hoping we are going to beta test some technology, Dave and I, tomorrow afternoon, and see if we can get the War Room production value to go sky high over the next week. That's my goal. So I'll let you guys know how that's all going tomorrow night at 8:30. And also, they had to postpone the launch for the Crew Dragon rocket today, and so that's been postponed until the weekend. So there you go. All right, guys. Order your t-shirts if you haven't done it already. And if you get your t-shirt in the mail tomorrow, please take pictures wearing the shirt, tweet them at me at Mistress Carrie, tag me on Instagram at Mistress Carrie WAF, put them up on Facebook, tag the Mistress Carrie page, do all of that stuff. I can't wait to see you guys in your badass t-shirts tomorrow. So, and if you don't get them tomorrow, don't worry. I'll be spending a whole bunch of other time at the post office and you will have them by the weekend. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.